Douglas McMichael the story. Before he was a Super Bowl champion, before he electrified the wrestling ring, and long before the world came to know the strength behind his smile, Steve McMichael was simply a Texas boy with big dreams. From gridirons to glory, Steve Mongo McMichael gave us more than just legendary tackles and wrestling slams. He gave us laughter, loyalty, and a legacy that will echo for generations. Today, we celebrate the life, battles, and bold spirit of a true American icon. Rest in power, Mongo. You'll never be forgotten. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more legendary stories, and let's take a heartfelt journey through the unforgettable life of Steve McMichael. Early life and education. The making of Mongo. Stephen Douglas McMichael, affectionately known as Mongo, Ming, or Ming the Merciless, was born on October 17, 1957, in Houston, Texas. His journey began under challenging circumstances. His parents separated before his second birthday. A new chapter started when his mother remarried Evie McMichael, an oil executive whose surname Steve adopted. The McMichaels eventually settled in Freer, a small town in South Texas. It was here that Steve's larger-than-life persona began to take shape. At Freer High School, he was a multi-sport phenomenon, earning letters in 6 different sports: football, basketball, baseball, track, tennis, and even golf. While many saw his potential in football, Steve initially dreamed of a future in baseball. As a senior catcher, he batted an astounding .450, even catching the eyes of MLB scouts from the St. Louis Cardinals and Cincinnati Reds. But fate had bigger plans. He went on to play college football for the University of Texas, where he left an indelible mark. Steve was a force on the field, earning the title of a unanimous first-team All-American. His college career included an astonishing 369 tackles and 30 sacks, school records that spoke volumes about his talent and tenacity. Personal life, the heart behind the helmet. Beyond the bright lights of stadiums and arenas, Steve McMichael was a devoted family man and a charismatic presence in every room he entered. In 1985, during the height of his NFL career, Steve married Deborah Marshall. Their union eventually came to an end in 1998, but it was part of his life during many of his pivotal moments, including the 1985 Super Bowl win. In 2001, he found love again and married Misty Davenport. Their bond proved unshakable, and in 2008, they welcomed a daughter, Macy Dale, who became the light of Steve's later years. Misty remained a devoted partner throughout his most difficult days, especially during his battle with ALS. She was not only his caregiver, but also his voice, advocating for awareness and championing his induction into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Real estate ventures, a quiet chapter of growth. While Steve was known for his flamboyant public persona, his investments, particularly in real estate, reflected a more grounded side. During the 1990s and early 2000s, McMichael made several smart real estate moves in and around the Chicago area. One notable property was his family residence in Romeoville, Illinois, a spacious home that became both a sanctuary and symbol of his success. He also had business ties to property holdings through partnerships with former teammates and Chicago entrepreneurs. Though never one to publicly flaunt his wealth, Steve quietly used real estate to secure his family's future, proof of his foresight beyond the field. His battle and cause of death, strength in the final rounds. In 2021, the world was shaken by the news that Steve McMichael had been diagnosed with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. The condition, cruel and progressive, gradually robbed Steve of his ability to walk, move, and speak. But it never stole his spirit. In the face of the disease, Steve showed the same grit that defined his playing career. Though bedridden in his final years, he remained emotionally present, clinging to life with the heart of a warrior. In 2023, he signed a Do Not Resuscitate DNR order, only to tear it up symbolically when he learned he was a senior finalist for induction into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. It was a moment that reminded us all of his unbreakable love for football and his desire to be remembered not for how he died, but for how he lived. On April 23, 2025, Steve McMichael passed away due to complications from ALS. The world lost a titan. His wife Misty, standing firmly beside him until the end, carried on his fight for awareness and dignity for all ALS warriors. Career highlights. From gridiron glory to rest. Steve's professional journey began when he was drafted by the New England Patriots in 1980. Although he was cut before his second season, destiny led him to the Chicago Bears, where he would become a legend. Joining the Bears in 1981, he quickly earned his spot as a starting defensive tackle. Over the next decade, he became a cornerstone of the fearsome Bears defense. He played in an incredible 191 consecutive games, still a franchise record, and totaled 92.5 sacks, second only to Hall of Famer Richard Dent. He was instrumental in the team's dominant 1985 season, culminating in their victory at Super Bowl 20. McMichael was named to the Pro Bowl in 1986 and 1987 and was a five-time All-Pro selection. Bears coach Mike Ditka once called him the toughest player I ever coached. One of his most memorable moments came in a 1991 game against the Jets, where a game-changing forced fumble by McMichael led to a stunning Bears comeback. His grit was unmatched. In 1994, Steve wrapped up his NFL career with the Green Bay Packers, leaving behind a legacy of ironclad toughness and unwavering heart. But he wasn't done entertaining America just yet. In 1995, McMichael joined World Championship Wrestling, WCW, transitioning into a new kind of spotlight. As both a commentator and wrestler, he brought charm and comedic timing to the screen. He eventually joined the legendary wrestling faction, the Four Horsemen, alongside Ric Flair. Fans loved him, whether cheering his matches or laughing at his witty banter with Bobby Heenan. Steve even brought his signature dog, Pepe, to the broadcast booth, because why not? Legacy. Immortal in every way that matters. Steve McMichael was officially inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in August 2023. The ceremony, streamed live from his home, was one of the most emotional moments in sports that year. Surrounded by loved ones, Steve received the recognition he had long deserved. Beyond the honors, records, and championships, McMichael's true legacy lies in the people he inspired. He was a beacon of strength, humor, and resilience. From his coaching days with the Chicago Slaughter to performing with his band, the Chicago Six, alongside fellow Bears alumni, he found ways to stay connected to fans and bring joy to everyone he met. Even in his final days, he never stopped giving. His journey raised millions in ALS research, and his story opened hearts and minds across the country. At the time of his death, Steve McMichael's estimated net worth was $3 million, a testament to his success across multiple careers. But his real wealth was in his character, his love for family, and the indelible impact he made on those around him. Legends never really die. They live on in the moments that moved us, the battles they fought, and the love they gave so freely.